Mr Speaker. I guess it's up to the government member for the electorate of Kaikoura to have the last word. And I would have to say that the Rugby World Cup bill was the winner on the day. Because when you stop and look at it, it truly paints Labor in the colours that it truly stands for, red-faced. It is all over the show. It is not presenting a unified face, and at a time when it should be unified and should be focused on the challenges ahead, it is split, it's divided into factions, it's dysfunctional. So really, when we stop and look at it in that light, we have seen the true colours of the Labor Party. Let's have a look at them when they were in government, Mr Speaker. I think it's very good to see what actually happened in the dying days of that spend and reckless government, Labor government. In actual fact, we look at one of their leading bills, the Electoral Finance Bill. What was the aim there? It was to divide and rule. It was to control. When we look at the way it was responded to, it really wound the people of New Zealand up. When we look at the Foreshore and Seabed Act, what did it do? It divided New Zealand. They again were going to divide and rule. So, Mr Speaker, what we're seeing today around the Rugby World Cup bill is no different than what we saw in the dying days of that Labor administration. So what are we seeing today? We're seeing exactly the same thing. Let's reflect on it. We've got, earlier on the year, we had that bus driving around the country painted red with the words "Axe the tax" on it. What were they going to do? The blunderbuss. Yes, it blew up in their faces because they now are in a cleft stick in the sense, again, within their own numbers, they cannot actually make a policy decision. Again, they are divided. Then we had, a couple of weeks back, Mr Speaker, the unbelievable audacity of the Labor Party doing the work of the unions, the bidding of the unions, and actually working against the economic best interests of New Zealand when they were backing the unions and backing the Australian initiative to create chaos and mayhem around our remarkable film industry. So when you look at the track record, Mr Speaker, there is nothing but chaos and confusion around the Labor Party, and I believe that that is a strategy that Phil Goff is employing to maintain leadership. Obviously, the state of confusion is the key to his leadership and his survival. So what conclusion do we come to? When there is a lack of leadership, you get confusion. So, Mr Speaker, I say, and the members on this side of the House and government say, that New Zealand deserves better. So 2 years ago, the people of New Zealand made the best choice of their life, and that was between very stark contrasts: a focused, grounded national government or a confused and dysfunctional split Labor opposition. So let's talk about the positive things that the government are doing, Mr Speaker, and I may run out of time in doing it, but building a brighter future for all New Zealanders is very important. Rebalancing the economy, 75% of New Zealanders paying 17.5% tax, and a budget that delivered over 4 years 170,000 jobs and an increase in wages of $7,000. In health, transferring as much as possible of taxpayers' dollars to the front line to deliver better medical outcomes for New Zealand. And of course, the main policy around education, improving the plain language reporting to parents to improve achievement around literacy, writing and numeracy for our children, are must in a modern economy. And then we had the incredible efforts and strategy around infrastructure. Mr Speaker, the wisdom of this government to put commissioners into environment category will show a very good dividend for this country's economy going forward. So the Canterbury Water Management Strategy was an amazing strategy. It took backbone, it took courage, it took clarity of leadership. In the R&D field, at the 2010 budget, Mr Speaker, science and innovation grants and vouchers certainly will help our businesses compete globally. Our FTAs are working very well, and we are looking forward to a TPP, the Trans-Pacific Partnership, coming to fruition, and of course the modifications on the RMA, the business compliance, to make sure that businesses can survive. So New Zealanders can have confidence, Mr Speaker, that they are in good hands. The government is doing a fantastic job. What we are also aware of today is Labor is totally dysfunctional.
The time for this debate has expired. Call members. Order of the day.